Deftones, Be Quiet and Drive. Guitar tabs, guitar lesson. Lazy fast, drop D flat or drop C sharp tuning. Okay, so this is for those of us who want that drop D flat or drop C sharp vibe in recorded key, but you don't necessarily want to, drop every single string and take the time for that. For this, all we're going to do is just drop that low E down to the D flat or C sharp and keep all the other strings the same. So we only have to move that one string, and we'll just compensate the fretting in accordance to that. So we get the recorded key, all that good stuff, the D flat, but only have to mess with the one string. Okay, so we'll have the low D flat or C sharp, then we'll just have the regular A, D, G, B, E. Okay, and for this intro and pre-chorus section, we're just going to be messing with the A and the G string here. So we've got the 11A, 12G, and we're just strumming that. 1, 2, 3, 4, just real deliberate here. And then we zoom that same shape up to the 16 and the 17. 16A, 17G, and the same deal there. Okay, all the other strings are just getting muted by, lightly touching them there. Alright, and for the main verse, chorus riff here, okay, so we're just going to have our open low D flat now, so we're all set there, but we're going to have to offset the usual 9 and 11 that we do. We offset it because we're keeping the other strings the same. So we have an 8 on the A and a 10 on the G. Okay, middle D strings muted, all the other strings muted. Alright, and we just do a strum, hit the open bass, the open low D flat there, strum again, open low D flat, couple strums on it, open low D flat strum, so it's like a shuffling between the bass, open low bass string, and the 8 and 10 there. Just that kind of feel to it, just kind of going along with the drums there. Right, and the next chord here, we keep our 8A, then we'll want a 10 on the middle D, 10 on the G, and then since we're kind of in that slightly offset tuning here, we need a 9 on the low D flat here. Alright, and with this it's just kind of a strum, and typically we would want to do like a little pull off after the first strum, okay, where we would do like 1 fret higher on this low D flat string and pull it back off to the 9 there. But it's a little tricky since we got all our fingers involved now. So as just kind of a little like shortcut, what I like to do is just give that 9 on the low D flat here, instead of having to pull it off a fret higher back to it. I just like to give it a little bend and release. It's pretty much the same type of deal. You're just getting that half step high note coming back to the regular instead of. Okay, so it's just like a subtle little difference there, but I think it still works just fine. that's what we're doing, giving it a strum, little strum, bend and release on that, strum it again, bend and release. Alright, and just go from there. And we have a little verse variant. It's basically just that sliding up and back down octave. So with our tuning here, we'll just have our open low D flat, and we'll have our 8 and 10 on the A and G. Hit it, slide it up to the 9 and 11. Couple more strums there, up to the 11 and 13. Strum it, and then back to the 9 and 11. Alright, and then just finish it out the same way we usually do. And another variant that happens with the main riff. Basically, we're just, when we're doing our initial open with the 8 and 10, anytime we hit the strum, we just do this kind of sharp little bend on the 8 and the 10. Okay, just kind of sharpen it just a little bit. And then just real distinctly hit the open low D flat, back to the 8 and 10 with the bend, open, 8 and 10 with the bend, and then once more, and then shuffle it back again. So like, alright, and then a basic finish as usual. For our outro here, we just do an open low D flat now, and then we'll kind of fill out the power chord of it by hitting the octave at the 4 on the A, and then just go ahead and throw in an extra like 6 there on the D, just to get a real big power chord now. And it's just a couple strums there, and initially we hit that, then we do harmonics here at the 4th fret, so just lightly touching our finger all over the strings, and we just go strum, strum, strum. Okay, get a nice ringing out of it. And we do that a few times, and then we scale up this power chord. And with this tuning, our power chord shape, we're initially going to hit an open low D flat, and then we land on this power chord shape, which kind of looks like we're doing a G chord. You know, we'll have a 3 on the low D flat here, and then a 2 on the A, and that makes a power chord for us. You could even throw in like the 2 on the D with it if you want, that even bigger power chord. Okay, so we hit the open, hit that, slide it up to the 4 and the 3. Couple more strums on that. Hit that, slide it up to the 5 and 4s. A few strums there.